The Nasdaq 100 has remained under severe selling pressure again this week, with rallies being sold into. There was an expectation that had US inflation come in line with estimates or slightly below estimates, that we may have seen a peak in inflation. However, US CPI came in at 8.3% year on year, above expectations of 8.1%. Now this has raised some doubts about whether we have seen the worst, and tech stocks especially have remained under severe pressure because the tech sector has been a major beneficiary of loose monetary policy ever since the financial crisis, and the high valuations of mega-cap tech stocks are being questioned by the market, especially if debt is no longer going to be cheap with rates rising. I presented this chart a few weeks ago showing the movement in the mega-cap tech stocks, which make up around 43% of the Nasdaq 100. Just have a look at some of the movements in this chart. Netflix being the most notable in yellow, down a whopping 68.9% year to date. The other name that sticks out is Amazon, which is the one in white, around 32% down year to date. Incredible moves. This week, it was Apple's turn, which has been hit by China's COVID lockdown policy. Just have a look at this weekly chart. You can see price breaking the key trend line here in black in early April. I mean, when was Apple last below its 40-day moving average highlighted here? The last time was the COVID pandemic in March 2020. This is not a good sign for the overall stock market. If these stocks continue to get beaten up, the Nasdaq is heading much lower. In terms of levels to watch, this area highlighted around 12,480 is likely to be tested next week, being the trend line in blue. Now if pricing get above this relief rally bounce that we're seeing is likely to trigger an extension towards 12,900 and potentially as high as 13k, which will act as a major resistance level. If price fails around that 12,480, the selling will continue, with first support at 12,180. I mentioned in my last video of 12,200 to 220 being a spot for a bounce, and you can see here early in the week we got that bounce right up to 12,540 before price collapsed on the inflation report. The recent low of 11,688 will act as a reference point, being another support level. The setup on the daily chart with a sharp reversal at 11,688 does suggest a relief rally is on the cards. But the key will be how price reacts around 12,480. If we push through, the bounce has legs and buyers will come in a push towards 12,900 to 13k. Manage risk and know your levels as volatility is set to continue. With that said, thank you again for watching, and do hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future content. And I'll see you at the next one.